Hi guys, it's Jazz. Look, I was really felt compelled to hop on and do a brief, like a shorter reading for the DM and DF today. Um, some things came through, so as I was just chilling out listening to some music, so I thought I'd hop on and tell you what has come through. So basically, the divine masculine is sorry that he couldn't, for the times that he couldn't control himself, or his actions. So anything he did that you thought may have been, in hindsight may not have been respectful to you. It was that, or something that you just were a bit shocked about or surprised about, or didn't understand. It was because he couldn't control the way he was acting towards you and around you. Um, and I also felt that the divine feminine forgives him for that, or will be shortly. So that was a big one that came through. He's, it's like he's waking up and he's realizing how he treated you in the past, and he's sorry about that. And you divine feminines, I think you have a bit of an insight, and just because of the energetic shift and him being apologetic, it's going to change your connection for the better. And it helps. It helps when you get an insight into something that someone's apologetic about, because it helps you deal with it, to know that they're aware of it and sorry as well. So I'm just going to get a few cards out for the DM and the DF, to see where both of them are at. Yeah, so we'll get started. I'm using the Osho Zen Tarot deck and the Light Seers, or the Seers Tarot deck. What is it? The Light Seers Tarot deck, yeah. And I'll get some Oracle cards too. So let's do the DM first. So what's happening with the DM? How's he feeling today or this week? How's he feeling currently? Because there are some shifts happening at the moment, some pretty significant ones. Alrighty. Okay, I'll do both the divine feminine and masculine at the same time. Okay, so there's some big things coming out. Actually, I'm being called to not use the Osho Zen Tarot, just to use this tarot. This seems to be a good one, the one that wants me to use it. So yeah, I'll just pull out. So current and future. Okay. So we have the King of Wands here. So I feel like this is him ramping up to come into action, and actually he's already taking action. He's looking at what's happening in himself. He feels stronger. He's as he realizes more and understands more, it's giving him the strength to keep going, because he was very confused before. He didn't know why his brain was in a spin. And so yeah, I mean, a lot of the feminines have go through this first. And because she changes energetically, then the masculine has no choice but to follow suit. So he's really been very active, even if it's not been outwardly active, inwardly, and he's inside. He's been doing a lot of work in his mind and in his heart, and how he feels about things. And then we have the Page of Wands here. So ready to bounce into, as I've said, bounce into action, have a new beginning, really, really have some fun and enjoy this. The page signifies some um, someone coming towards you. So yeah, your divine masculine is really preparing himself to actually do that. He knows, he really feels like he wants to contact you, so he really is getting into that energy where he's preparing himself, or he's preparing himself. And then we have the Tower. So this is one of my favorite cards, because it implies that everything is changing. There's some big transformation going on. That's the reason why you guys have both of the feminine and the masculine have both been in the stage of not being able to act, but the divine masculine even more so. He's just been absolutely consumed by the mental activity and emotional activity, and he's really just getting through the days, to be honest. It was tricky for him before the recent past, but it's been really intense and really ramping up for him. So he's really in the throes of this transformation at the moment. But the page is here, so he's going to end up strong and stronger for this, and he will come towards you. And then we have the Emperor. So I feel like this is where he's going. He's holding the Queen chess piece here. I'm feeling, no, that's the King. No. Oh my gosh, I can't remember which chess piece is which. Anyway, so he's holding a chess piece here, but either way, if it's I'm pretty sure it's not the Queen, no, it's the King. So yeah, he's sort of like, I'm beyond the King now. The King of Wands is pretty much what you could signify as coming before becoming the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about having everything under control, having as much as he wants, really achieving well, getting into that flow again, and being on a roll. So he's leading up to that, and that's what will be happening. And then we have the Three of Wands. I feel like this is I actually feel like this signifies his feminine. I feel like he wants her to, while this is going on, he wants her to keep on with her life and keep enjoying herself and trying new things, and really giving herself that attention and that love that she needs to get through this period, so that she's ready for when he arrives. And then we have the Seven of Swords. This feels like this person is slaying, there's feathers flying around here, and he's got feathers in his backpack, and he has a knife there. It feels like he's really cutting through the shit and the things that are just constantly squawking in his head. So he's finally had to pay attention, and he's really eliminating those and solving some puzzles in his mind. He's taking a proactive approach, and he's being ruthless, and he's definitely really taking his responsibility for his part of the relationship or the connection, and just really addressing himself. So we have, for the feminine, we have the Four of Pentacles. It really feels like she's walked away from a situation, and she's really just, she's got some things with her that she's holding dearly, and she's leaving the situation in the background, and she's sort of contemplating before she's contemplating the situation here. And this could be a bit signifying of to let go, and don't put too much attachment into anything, meaning onto your own feelings, onto the way you've been thinking about things. Be open to receiving different perspectives, not from other people, but being able to see things through your own eyes from a different perspective. Because our realities are all about perspective, and when we realize that we've been thinking blindly, believing things blindly about ourselves and our current situations, everything changes when you realize that your perspective is outdated. So I feel like she's been really seeing some things that have been dawning on her, some insights and downloads. And then what she really wants is this 10 of Cups, happiness, and really relishing in the happy, fun times that she's looking forward to and hoping for to achieve with her twin. That's beautiful. That's what she's been thinking about, and because of that, she's been thinking in a positive light. Because of that, she's actually been seeing things that she once thought about her twin, and that they are incorrect and skewed or distorted, as it's referred to, being in distorted feminine energy. And we have the wheel here, and I love how it says tarot on the wheel when you go around. And she's just really balancing with the fact that times are changing, that her opinions are changing, her perspectives are changing. She's really doing a great balancing act here. She's really doing a great job of keeping solid, no matter how hard it's felt. And the King of Cups is here. He's looking pretty zen. She's hoping that that's what's gonna come through. She's hoping that her divine masculine is going to reflect this energy a bit and be a bit more aware of himself. Just like she's been achieving. But really, she just really wants a heart-to-heart connection. And then we've got the Magician here. So I feel like she does realize, for both of them, there's no control that we really have. We can just practice being okay with the way things are at the moment, whether you're in contact or not. Trying to not have too many expectations, and to realize that what you really dearly want and how you vibrate and how you think about things is gonna influence your vibration and how you attract things into your life. That's very real. So you just really need to focus on yourself, feminine, and just know that everything that you're working on is going to come to fruition. So then we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is interesting because he's not, he's not riding his horse. He's sort of leading the horse, and the horse is like his companion. He's very at one with the earth, and he's walking in barefoot and bare feet, and he's just leaving all these pentacles behind him. It's almost like he's got everything he needs. He knows he's got more than enough to go around, but that doesn't matter to him anymore. He is actually making his way. He's making his way back towards the feminine. So that's beautiful. Okay, so I'll get some oracle cards for some more messages. So there's this the wisdom of the oracle. So what does the divine feminine, what does the divine masculine wish to say to the divine feminine? Interesting. So I just got in my head, I knew you would always come back, which was the divine masculine saying that to the divine feminine. And then I've just got this card that says, not for you. So that is really interesting. I'm just going to pull a couple more out to see what that's about. So this is from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Okay, I think I'm getting it now. So not for you can be like he's doing this not just for you. He's doing it for himself. He's doing it because he has to, and he's doing it because he has to. Because this card, a change in the wind, is about not having any control. So really, he's not doing it just for you. He wants you to know that it's more secure than that. He's actually changing for himself as well. Yeah. Oh wow. And then we've got come to the edge. So I really feel like you both, oh, this is amazing. So it's like he was aware of the things that were going on and the changes in him, and he knew that he was struggling with not being sure what to do, and when he was in your company, it was more so he was reflecting where you were at, because he was okay with how you were, and he was just sort of shadowing you, if that makes sense. But this come to the edge, that's like for both of us. Meet me at the edge, and let's take a jump like the fool. Let's just go with this and see how far it goes, type thing, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. This is all about growth and evolution, so I know that's probably a bit boring, but that's why this is so tricky for you guys. This is not your normal relationship. If you guys are looking for answers about a relationship that just doesn't feel right to you, it feels wrong, you've got to trust your feelings, because if something just doesn't feel right with a certain partner, you have to act on that and leave that relationship. But if you get a certain different feeling with this twin, with someone that's really, quickening of the breath, quickening of the heart, you just you can't control what you say. You have no filter. You feel really comfortable. This person, it brings you out. It brings the real you out. And I'll just get one more of this. Why? Yeah. So I just told you guys why. This is why. It's all about knowledge and growth. This woman's going to a book that looks like it's got wings. It's very mystical. It's ethereal. It's not of this dimension. So yeah, you guys literally are transmuting energy from above or from a higher frequency, and that's why our bodies can take a while to get used to things. We can feel sick. We can lose our appetite. We can be anxious and we don't really know why. All these sorts of things. But you will find, though, too, that with your twin, there's a certain vibe or a certain feeling about him or her that you will that will be present whenever you see this person, or after you've seen the person, or when you think about them. There's a real, it's almost like having a scent. It's like having a real unique vibe. So let's see what the divine feminine wants to say to the masculine. Okay, I'm just going to get a few out. We've got community, building blocks, and fork in the road. One more, because we've got 4 out for the last one. Co-create. This is interesting. These 3 came out. Oh no, co-create was in a different deck, but it's still the same. Yeah, so I mean, we've got community and building blocks. So I feel like these are about it's like there's definitely people on this planet at your level, and so the feminine is is pretty much telling the masculine that, you know, I'm part of your soul family, basically, if that makes sense, or your soul circle. And you know, building the way, paving the path, or building something that is going to be really special for you too, even if you can't see it. But that's what the feminine's really feeling, and that's what the feminine's really trying to tell the masculine at this time as well, is that she really sees this as something that's going to be really positive and really healthy, and literally life changing, and and solid. Absolutely, like that's how she's feeling, and that's what she thinks is possible. That's, you know, I think it's beyond thinking. I think she's getting inklings that it is possible. Then we have a fork. Then we have fork in the road, and co-create. I really feel like she has felt like she could either go either way. Like she's gonna walk away from this, or she's gonna choose to do it with the divine feminine, divine masculine. But she is actually choosing to go in the direction of the divine masculine. And here we have interesting image, an egg with a leopard print on it in the co-create card, and a leopard, is it? Yeah, it's a leopard or a cheetah. And you know, it's about like you guys are from the same, made from the same stuff, you know, and one might be a bit further ahead than the other, and it might oscillate between the two, but you know, there's something really positive. You guys are going to really create something that's you know, really special. You can't even imagine like this thing that you guys are creating together. It's really special. It's really beautiful. Okay, so get some spirit animal oracle cards. So what messages do we have for the divine masculine, and what do we have for the divine feminine? Whoops. Okay. Okay, so for the divine masculine, we have spirit is at your back. Sorry, spirit has your back, and be here now. So you guys are already doing this, I feel. You just need to know that this is real, that spirit does have your back, that you are supported no matter what. You will get through this, and you will find that your twin is going through exactly, and has gone through exactly the same thing, or is still, you know. And then for the feminine, I think this is a union card, so we have miracles are endless. So that's absolutely true. So a miracle is something that you never thought was possible that would happen, and it happens. So I mean, miracles do happen to those who believe in them, and that's a really interesting concept. But if you have an open mind and you don't have a closed mind about what is possible, then you have more chance of achieving. There's a real likelihood that you're going to achieve really beautiful things that you only dreamed of, basically. And then we have sweet results await and time to collaborate. So that's like you guys coming together, you know. That's divine feminine, the uphill battle is worth it. Sweet results do await. Divine masculine, the same message for you. Time to collaborate. So you're already doing this. You're already putting together the pieces of the puzzle. You know, by doing your own individual work separately, or even if you are in union, or if you're off and on, each of you are still working hard. Yeah, so that's basically it, really, guys. I will just get one last piece of advice for each of the two from the Moonology, and then we'll leave it there. But I just really wanted to come on today and tell you that, you know, the divine masculine is sorry for you know, times when he's done things that he just had no control over, and he might have been a real dick, he might have been really selfish, he might have been, you know, really AWOL, you know, he might have appeared to not be considering your feelings at all. And unfortunately, that's the nature of this sort of relationship. And you know, what brings you back together is that pull of each other, and that's the reason. That's how you know this is a twin flame relationship. Because even if they treat you a little bit like shit by not really seeming to be engaging with you or following up, but when you're actually together, you fucking love the energy of this person, and you love, and it's scary but exciting. You know, that's how you know it's your twin. But yeah, and yeah, I really feel like the masculine needs to know that the divine feminine forgives him, whether she knows it or not. Yeah, she does, and she will realize that, and then her vibration will change, and you guys will be coming closer together. Okay, so divine masculine, you're advised to believe in the impossible, because you are very logical minded people, and you need to believe that this is possible, and you know that the it's impossible if possible, you know, like it's not impossible. Both of you need to take time to breathe out, just, you know, really relax and chill out, and just take some time out from your day, and enjoy yourself and relax. Just don't think about things too much, try not to think about things too much. And then the divine feminine gets adjustments are required. So I think that's actually that's reflective of the opinions that you have of the masculine. Yeah, so really really think about those. And you know, the masculine's maybe not as cognitive as the feminine, but he's still going through this stuff, so he might not necessarily have bad opinions about you, but he feels yours. So that's really how you guys are have an element of control there, feminines, in your journey, whether you believe it or not. So by thinking something negative about your twin, it's actually just going to keep him at arm's length for however long you do that. All right, guys, much love. See you soon. Bye.